All right, hello, welcome to the party. Welcome to the stream. New York AM session ahead of us. Let's see what the price action will bring. So, nonetheless, we opened with a premium opening range gap. Very quickly gave away the whole opening range gap. Price traded below it, into it. It acted as resistance, and price sold off once more, clearing for the record, the sell-side liquidity radical lows below those RTH radical lows, tapping slightly into this opening range gap from Friday. So this one I will want to add closing price, opening price. It does a little bit overlapping with other levels, but hopefully we will manage through that. So this is the opening range gap that we are trading into. All of these quadrants are technically key levels on the downside that may support price and offer any bit of reaction out of them. We left very smooth radical highs all the way up here from the pre-market session. These highs are really smooth. So I like them. These are technically even also smooth, so I like both of them. The consolidation from long open session, price traded higher, eventually broke lower pre-market, and the openings sent it straight lower, clearing the sell-side liquidity radical lows into some key levels, clearing larger pool of sell-side liquidity. And this is the first presented fair value gap. I think so. That's technically what I would anticipate, though. I know it's not after 31, but it should do the work to at least have it in mind. And yep, I can make a quick look on the daily chart. Yep, so we are at an area where we could see some measure of discount sensitivity. We'll see though, but yeah, these equal highs that we left, I like them. I like the sell side that was made jagged here. I like that. So we'll see what we get. I'm not forcing anything, but I prefer slightly higher though. I would prefer slightly higher prices potentially. So let's see. Around 5 minutes left until the ES also left pretty nice liquidity. 5 minutes left until 10 a.m. Yes, very consolidated. Nasdaq pretty much too, but yeah, attacked sell side here first. So yeah, we'll see what we get. Potentially seeking a turnaround reversal and drawing towards those equal highs would be something that I would like personally. But yeah, we'll see if that will develop or not. Alrighty, so 2 minutes left until the morning session silver bullet arrives. We had quite a large expansion during the opening range already. Digging and clearing some sales and liquidity. Yeah, usually when we see like a consolidation like this here, and then 930 just straight away drops lower and continuously does it, that's like a Judas. Usually, that's like a Judas. And then we may seek the buy sell liquidity. Higher, right? But yeah, we'll see. 1 minute still left. This could potentially act as a bullish inversion for value gap eventually. All right, so 10 a.m. it already starts rallying here. Right, so we are taking the minor buy side here, and it seems like we could maybe be reaching up into this inefficiency. This is the inversion for value gap. Consecutive encroachment was used to repel price higher, attack this minor buy side. All right, so far price just took off higher into this first presentation here, and I like this move. I like this run, but it happened after 10 a.m. So yeah, the 10 a.m. silver bullet wasn't necessarily there in that regard. On my terms, right? So it is what it is. But yeah, I guess that's fine. I don't need to necessarily chase price in here. I will not be chasing that. If it didn't offer me the setup after 10 a.m., it is what it is. This inversion for gap worked prior the 10 a.m. strictly. But yeah, it was used without like closing and giving a return. It was just used inside of it to accumulate other consequent encroachment right away, and then it moved higher, attacking this high and into this inefficiency. and that's already very good. The best case scenario would be clearing out the buy side liquidity here, and that's potentially the draw still on the upside. But even if it doesn't go there, it still did a pretty decent work already on the upside. So I guess we'll see. All right, all right, all right. So now, if it's really bullish, if it's really going, it should have no issues to trade through the SIBI and then just attack the buy side liquidity, right? Um, in terms of a silver bullet, we'll see if it will give any retracements or not. I'm not buying it right now. Why? Because basically from this low, it just moved up, 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 up. It took buy side liquidity pool and traded to a premium inefficiency. I don't want to be buying it at this point here, even if it goes higher. I would rather wait and see if it can return back to some logical discount first, and then maybe look to potentially buy, right? But not necessarily now. So we'll see. We definitely formed a swing high that's theoretically or practically some measure of relative equal highs in here. Yeah, I think it wants the bias liquidity here. It's kind of too smooth. Right, there you go. So we are seeing a little bit of a retracement here. That's good. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. Where should it retrace now, right? So the most obvious, most logical area would be this range here. So that was the previous time where they sold. So now as we went above it, this is the area where they may want to be buying at, right? So what are the discount arrays inside of this range? We have this fair value gap here that's overlapping with that opening range gap from Friday. Let me see if there is a volume balance. There is. So this is the discount array here. I like how we are leaving relative equal highs in here. Right, so we are dropping into my PD array of choice, which is this fair value gap. Let's see how it looks like risk-wise. So definitely I cannot use 4 micros. I will have to use 1. at most, and I could reach 1-to-1 at those equal highs in here, and 1-to-2 even ahead of those equal highs up there, which is definitely a good spot to be in if in a trade. All right, let's see. So far, price couldn't reach this BASI that I was looking for as a discount array, but at the same time, it became a little bit sloppy, a little bit consolidated inside this small range, which is a kind of tough spot to be in at the moment, because if we consider the range from the high to the low, we are currently around the middle of that range. So the middle of that range is generally the fact, if we don't have a very strong opinion, and this is an area where price could go either way. It could go higher, it could go lower, and that's not the highest probability zone type of to be in generally in trading. So yeah, I kind of like to wait for now, wait and see what it does and how it does, because yeah, we took the sell side here. We started with a run higher into this inefficiency rather quickly, taking the buy side, and now price is just meandering around, not doing that much really. So let's see. Right, the price really went into small little consolidation here. All of those candles are overlapping the previous candles range, up and down, up and down. So that's a warning. That's a warning sign. We had a nice run here in the beginning, a little follow through, and now the excitement is kind of in, and they are capitalizing on that. So some trickiness is being underway, I believe. I mean, regardless, that's fine. I don't really mind if it's really not there. If it's ugly, I don't want to gamble. Okay, I just want to follow my rules. If there is a setup that's according to my rules is there, I'm all for it to take it. But if it's not there, then I just don't want to do anything. Right? That's the point. It's bulking up a little bit into this SEBI, but yeah, I don't want to do anything with it right now. Right, so it looks like we are touching into this PESI now, inside of this previous selling, which now should act as something bullish. I guess we didn't quite get there yet. The wick barely touched the high. The bodies are staying away. If it's really bullish, it should displace through that consolidation right away. I'm just not sure. Let's see. There is this little fair value gap. I'm watching that because if it's bullish, it could act as a bullish inversion to send it higher. Yeah, pretty lackluster price action so far. I'm watching this potential inversion for value gap here. Whether it can run the buy sell liquidity above this high and those equal highs from it. No bodies should close below that. Just for study inside of this little consolidation. Yeah, I mean, all of this consolidation seems kind of 50-50 though. It is kind of 50-50. It could go either way out of this. So yeah, I don't have my model being presented in here so far, so let's wait and see. We are definitely engineering some smooth relative equal highs. But for the whole time we are consolidating, so yeah, that's not the condition I want to engage with. So yeah, I mean, I guess the macro from 1050 to 1110 is probably like the last chance for this to show some movement, because yeah, otherwise this will be quite tricky though. Such a nothing burger here, such a nothing burger. So yeah, price drops into the discount array here that I was liking for a potential continuation higher. Price taps into it 5 minutes ahead or 6 minutes ahead of the macro. Well, so it does proceed a little bit of a movement out of this, my attention would be on those relative equal highs right now, whether we can attack that, and then maybe expansion above it would be somewhat welcome. Right, looks like it's gonna seek those equal highs now. So yeah, in hindsight, a pretty decent reaction off of that discount array here, specifically. The bodies couldn't even touch this, only tapped with a weak, and right away price ran towards those equal highs. Let's see if we will tap into those. We will start the macro just now. We already booked the discount here, so I would say it would be reasonable to expect the price to smash right on through that buy set rather quickly. I'm curious to see, though. I'm curious to see. All of this was consolidation, basically. The whole 10 a.m. started here. And now, after 50 minutes, we are here. Almost the same price, or very, very close. And price was just meandering, consolidating, not doing much at all. Which is fine, I don't mind, but yeah, that's the session I had. So yeah, tomorrow CPI, Thursday PPI. So classic poor technical session here. And yeah, by the way, I do a little bit of a log, and yeah, when Asia was clean, then the chances for a clean London aim session are kind of smaller, I feel like. So yeah, now the macro is attacking the buy side here, and we'll see if and how much can it continue above that. From this basic high to those equal highs was about 1-to-1 type of setup. Alright, so now buy side is taken, so let's see how much it can stretch above that. It could literally be going towards those equal highs. It's very smooth. Potentially, but yeah. And this would be considered like a time distortion. Portion of time distortion, I don't know. Yeah, regardless. Small inefficiency in here. So yeah, my idea would be to expect it to potentially seek the buy side liquidity up there. But at the same time, seeing how the price is delivering so far, I would rather I would like to be careful with it. Just saying, right? It may look like it's delivering there, but it may not do that eventually. We are in this environment where it might get a little bit iffier or trickier. I don't know. We did poke those equal highs, and we don't necessarily see much of a follow through after that, which is a little bit concerning, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not quite convinced what it wants to do after that. From here to here was enough to capture something probably. I finally decided to not to take it because how sloppy it became. But yeah, that was an area where I was looking for potential buy at this busy high and aiming for those equal highs and potentially those equal highs. But yeah, I didn't took it, so that's just hindsight talking. Uh, yeah, I don't think I will have anything for this session at this point. 1 minute left, so yeah, I will call it a day here. Maybe if I will squeeze some time and energy, I will do the PM session stream and we'll see how it will uh, go during that time. But yeah, this morning session I'm content. So thanks for watching nonetheless, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.